Hi, it's Anissa from Two Traveling Texans, and today we are going to visit Stonehenge. We're at the Visitor Center right now. You can't see Stonehenge from the Visitor Center. You actually have to take a bus there, so we'll see that in a few minutes. But first, we've got to pick up our tickets. Luckily, we're English Heritage members, so we get in free. If you're English Heritage or not, you still need to book online, and then you just pick up your tickets here. So I'm going to get in the line and get our tickets, and then we can get going. We got our tickets. Now let's pick up our audio guide and we'll get on the bus. Here's the exhibition. I think we'll see that after we see Stonehenge. Let's get in the line for the bus. They have one every 5 minutes.
Marvellous. Hiya. Thank you.
You can also walk to Stonehenge if you want. It's about a mile away. Over there. There's a huge downpour right before we came, so we're lucky that it's not raining anymore. Keeping my fingers crossed. Maybe the sun will even come out. Thank you. The sun is starting to come out now. It's good news. It's a short walk from the bus to the stones, but look, you can see it over there. Now I'm standing at what was the original entrance to Stonehenge. You can see here this is the most well-preserved part. And one of the special things about the design is that at solstice, the sunrise goes through the middle arch and then to the top of that round pointed rock in there. And actually, if you come for solstice to see it, from what I've read, it's absolutely insane. You have to camp out because the sunrise is before 5 a.m. But the good news is they don't charge for admission that day. So here we have the heel stone. It's one of the stones that actually used to line the entrance to Stonehenge. So we're continuing our tour around the circle of Stonehenge. You can see another impressive view here. If you haven't been to Stonehenge, you might not realize it's right next to a main road. You can see the traffic there, and it's kind of funny how they're all slowed down looking at Stonehenge. So I know Stonehenge is a circle. I know you know that. But it actually has a front and a back, which I thought was really interesting. Because I showed you the entrance on the other side and you could see how well preserved that area was. If you look at here on the back, it's, it's kind of, I guess, falling apart. You can also see they didn't shape the stones as nicely. The stones are not, it's just, you can just tell a big difference between the front and the back. But the thing about the back is you can actually see into the stone circle a little bit more. So you can see the smaller stones, those are called blue stones. Those were actually some of the earlier stones that were placed in Stonehenge, because actually the site was developed over like 1,000 years. It's pretty impressive when you think about that. And then you have the larger stones called the Sarsen Stones. So we're almost done with our circle around Stonehenge Circle. And this is the point where you actually get the closest to the stones. You can see them behind me. Maybe you get a better perspective of how big they really are. This could also be your best selfie spot. Now we're back at the Visitor Center. Let's check out what there is to see here. Of course, there's the gift shop. Let's not go there.
Good choice.
Yeah, if you have to. So there's the exhibition that's inside the visitor center over there, and then behind me there's a little exhibit outside. So let's go take a look at it. That's the show.
What's this thing?
Oh, here's a map of, because it's not just Stonehenge that's here. There's a lot of other monuments. Well, there was a lot of other monuments, I should say. So they have a little village here to show you what the houses of the people that built Stonehenge might have looked like. And then over here, you can get up close and personal with one of the Sarsen Stones. It's not a real one, but you can kind of get a better idea of the size. And you can see how they would have moved the stones. And you can try to move it yourself. I think this isn't working. I'm not strong enough. So I just went in to see the exhibition behind me that's at the Visitor Center here at Stonehenge. It's pretty interesting. You learn a lot more about Stonehenge. They have some interesting artifacts, and then there's this one room that's like a 360 degrees view of Stonehenge. So it's worth it, a few minutes, go inside, check it out. So Stonehenge is definitely not the only henge in Wiltshire. Here we're at another one that's pretty close by. It's a few miles away, called Woodhenge. And it was actually made out of wood, but now there's stones that are marking the place where the wood poles would have been. Let's go take a closer look. This was also built about the same time as Stonehenge. Oh, look, some people are just having a picnic here. So the outer ones would have been the tallest, and according to the sign I read, some of them may have been up to 9 meters tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that little pile of stones in the centre? You can have a look at that.
So that's what I read. They discovered a child's body there, but that was a later time. I don't know how much later.
Do you think it's some sort of ritual sacrifice or something rather more sinister?
They really didn't know. It said like there's a lot of things about the site that they don't know. They found a lot of different things here. Pots, some bones. There was this body, and then there was another body that was found in the actual henge around the outside, and that was of an adult. But this one, I think that was a child.
Is that why there's flowers on top?
I guess some visitors have done that. That's kind of thoughtful, don't you think?
It is.
It looks like it's just flowers that people have maybe picked from the area or something. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to imagine what it would have looked like about, 4,000 or so years ago?
Yeah.
Almost 5,000.
some of them are wider and bigger than others.
They did that so that you can see the different rows.
Oh, okay.
So it was 6 rings.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you come to visit Stonehenge and you drive, you can easily come and see Woodhenge at the same time. And as you can see, it's a lot less crowded. I don't think there's any tours that come here, which is kind of unfortunate. And it's really not possible to come here on public transportation. So it's one of the benefits of if you rent a car, or if you live here and have a car like us, then you can see some of these sites like this.
I think you can hike here from Stonehenge.
That's true. You could walk from Stonehenge. It said it's about an hour walk. So that's Woodhenge. So there you have it, a little overview of Woodhenge and what you see if you come and visit. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also check out my website, twotravelingtexans.com. See you next time.